they work. All right, and so let me go ahead and talk to you a little bit about go a little bit beyond. Now, normally when we meet on campus, I would go on the board and draw this for you, and this is actually the notes that I usually have on my tablet. But so I'm going to use these here. And so essentially, guys, when the owner called me, there was an E for existing house in the front. There was a garage in the back. And the reason why I'm telling you all this, I very commonly get the question, why is it 26 by 32? And anyway, so it was a 40-foot lot, 40 feet wide, 0 inches, and there was a 46 feet in between the house and the existing garage. So when the guy called me, I went through my what I want to call the usual routine. Right, the usual routine is I got to do a little bit of research, and you have to find out whether or not it's buildable or doable, right? I went to the city, did a little bit of research. I was told that, yeah, the property was, in fact, at the time, zoned for 2 units. And so when I asked them what the setbacks were, they told me that I needed to leave 10 feet between the existing house and this new little building. And then I also needed to leave another 10 feet between the new building and the existing garage. And if you've done the math, excuse me, if you've done the math there again, it's 46 feet between the garage and the existing house, minus 10 foot here, minus 10 foot there. It basically gives me what I'm left over. What's left over, what I'm left with is 26 feet. And when it comes to the width, the particular this property here was 40 feet long, and in the city of LA, and I'm going to say most cities, it's a very, very common thing. Your side setbacks are usually going to be 10% of the property width. So this being a 40-foot lot, I would have to give it 4 feet on one side, 4 feet on the other. And so 40 minus 4 feet on one side, 4 and 4 on the other, leaves me with 32 feet left over. Hence, those are the reasons why this particular property is 26 by 32. All right, so let me just give you guys a chance here. Thoughts, comments, questions before we go on. Let me not assume that is pretty straightforward. And if you have questions, guys, let's hear on that before we proceed. All right, so let's go on here. All right, one thing you got to deal with is whenever you do new construction, you have to deal with parking requirements. You're going to have to go in there and find out what are the parking requirements. At the time, City of LA, 2 parking spaces are required for each resident on the property. And so let me show you this picture here. Okay, so basically this here is the existing garage that had the existing parking for the existing home. And then over here, remember there was just like grass here before and a solid block wall here. Actually, remember still having to go in there and tear that down and pour this concrete. And so essentially this concrete would be the required parking for that second unit. Now, what I showed you over here, the point here is this. I'm just showing you one page of a larger packet of codes where they explain parking to you. They explain what's a standard parking stall, what is a compact parking stall. They'll explain to you when you have multiple units, then how many of them can be compact, how many of them must be full size. And so what I'm showing you here is actually the striping diagram. So, the way that you would basically have to stripe it on the concrete. Here, City of LA, it would have to be, if you notice here, a standard parking stall would have to be at least 7 foot clear width. When it comes to the length, the depth, the actual striping would have to be at least 16 feet. But a standard stall is actually considered to be 18 foot long. Now, since this particular property was only a duplex, they didn't actually make me stripe it here, and every city's going to be a little bit different. When it's a duplex, I found that they apparently don't seem to make a big issue of actually striping, but I've done larger projects, apartment buildings, where I do have to stripe everything. I even have to label it apartment number one, apartment number two, that type of stuff. So whenever you do a project, not only are we finding out what the requirements are with regards to setbacks, actually I was